Welcome back. I'm about to teach you advanced shading. Once this clicks, you're gonna take your art to the next level. I'm a struggling solo indie game dev, and if any of my free pixel art videos have ever helped you, please consider supporting me on Kickstarter. It's just 15 bucks to get the game, and I'm gonna end up selling it for more on Steam when it releases, so this is a great way for you to get a discount and keep me alive. I'm using Sprite, and when I'm not animating, I like to put the layers to the right like that, so it's kind of more like Photoshop or whatever. And then for the background, I usually like to just like make the whole thing white or whatever. These squares kind of throw me off sometimes. However, I got a screenshot here of the last Phoenix, and I kind of want to use these colors because why not draw an enemy that we can put into the game, right? So I made a background layer, and then I'm just gonna lock that. And then I also made a colors layer. This is like where I'm gonna make a palette, and so I can use the same colors. And here's a cool thing you can do. Did you see how I grabbed it from up there? You can have side by side windows. Pretty sweet. And so now I can just grab colors like this one, and then make a little square. Actually, let me grab the square tool real quick. So grab the square tool, and I'm just gonna grab a couple colors here so I can mess with these colors for my character design, just so that it fits into the biome. All right, these colors aren't perfect anyway, because there's already a lighting system in I made the game in Unity. There's a lighting system. You can see these shadows are pretty cool. So some of the colors might be a little bit off, but whatever. We can adjust the colors later. It's just to get the general theme. I think this is kind of like a mushroom biome. Amethyst pines, by the way. It's like, oh, sorry, I'm getting off track. Let's go back to pixel art. I know I could have made an actual palette here in the left, but we like to do things our own way. So now I got these colors. This is great. We're gonna make a new layer again, and this is where we're finally gonna draw. I'm gonna call this drawing. And so I'm gonna zoom in a lot, and there's a couple of ways to start with. I'm gonna teach you more than just shading. So there's a couple of ways that you can start with creating your character. One of the ways is to do a silhouette. And so let's say I wanna draw a mushroom. Look at that, perfect mushroom. Wait, what just happened? Oh, you gotta turn contiguous on and probably lower that to like 1. I know that each one of these squares is 16 by 16. By the way, pro tip, when you do this, look in the bottom left right here, it shows you the size. So if you're trying to figure out how tall like your enemy, your character, your creature is, you can do this and look at the bottom left. I pointed to my monitor. Oh my God, that was dumb. So you can see the numbers updating, and that's how you can tell how big your art is. And so I think that this is a little big, man. So our enemy's gonna probably, actually no, this is perfect because my character is not 16 by 16. I made my character actually almost like 32 pixels tall. So this is actually a pretty good size for like a mushroom. I think I'm gonna have little mushrooms that are like around it, and they like wake up and run at the player, or the big one spawns the little ones. And so this is pretty nice actually. And so once you do a silhouette, we can sort of like tweak the shape a little bit here. I'm just using the eraser tool. And there's another way to start your drawing, and that's instead of doing a silhouette, you can also just do an outline, right? So look at that gorgeous mushroom. You can do an outline, and let's say we want to separate these two objects. And I do like outlines, but I also think that for an iterative process for quickly drawing, if you start doing the outline right away, you might get too dedicated to the outline, and then you won't tweak your art as much. And so I kind of prefer to use colors to create the shape first. So I prefer to use colors first and then add an outline later. And so I think something like this is pretty good for the mushroom. And we're gonna need a darker piece for down here. And so for color blending, I like Sprite a lot more than Photoshop for color blending, because there's something really cool that it can do. So let's say I want this green and I want this blue to have a little bit of that green. What you can do here is you can lower the opacity or tolerance or alpha, whatever this thing is called. I think it's called alpha. And so we can lower this. And by the way, if it's like all the way to the right, I'm gonna completely change that color. And so if it's halfway and now I click, I just influenced it a little bit. And you can click, and slowly you're adding more and more of that color in there. And I think I want to add it even into the blue here a little bit. So that's a really cool way to blend colors. Like let's say I want to add this green a little bit. do that. And then you can get some really nice colors that have variation. So everything in your color palette isn't exactly the same, but it still has the same sort of color theory. Okay, so I quickly spruced up the mushroom. What I did here is I drew the underside of the mushroom, and oftentimes when you're drawing 2D art, it'll look a little bit better if you tilt it a little bit, give it a little bit of a sense of perspective. Even though we're still drawing side view stuff, it just makes it look more 3D. And look at this, I even made the underside look like it's going behind the center trunk or whatever it's called on the mushroom. I'm doing a giveaway for these sprites. You can download them for free in the video description. I'm gonna try to put new links in every video description. So every video, someone's gonna be able to download these sprites for free. They're awesome and will help you get your game started or whatever. They were donated by Snoblin. So if you wanna be kind, follow them on itch. Okay, so there are several ways not to shade. So here are some common texturing mistakes. You do not want a pancake shade. Pancake shading is actually very common, and I used to do it, and it doesn't look that bad, to be fair. And then pillow shading. This is like when you have a gradient that is equal on all sides. And that's basically when you don't have a good sense of lighting or where the light is coming from. And then banding. A lot of times you see banding in pixel art. In some cases, it can be all right, like maybe a sky, like trying to do a gradient in the sky or something. But for most objects, banding just looks kind of bad. It makes it look like too chunky, like you're separating the colors in a weird way. And then dithering. Dithering was common back in the day when color palettes were really limited. However, when you do small sprites, dithering can actually kind of look like a texture, and it can also make it look way too messy. And then mixels. Mixels is not very common, but I've seen this more recently. It's when you have some pixels that are larger than others. You see how big this pixel is and how big this one is? The pixel size isn't consistent. And oftentimes this happens when people try to do pixel art by just drawing like squares. And drawing characters in art using square shapes doesn't mean it's pixel art. You should really draw stuff at a very, very low resolution. And then if you want it to be larger, just export it at a larger resolution. And if you can't add the details you need, then just draw your art at a higher resolution. And then here's a good example of how it should be done. Honestly, I would not do it exactly like this. I'll show this in this mushroom so that we get a good idea of how these work. But we're gonna save that for the next episode. I'm gonna make this multiple parts. I'm sorry it took us this long to finally get to the shading, but I'm gonna try to milk these videos, right? But now that I'm doing Kickstarter, I'm gonna make videos daily. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. A devla.